Good morning. This is Vahil Vigil, Women's Empowerment Coach with Therapeutic Empowerment, and today is day 5 where we are going over week 5 in the book Not Without My Coffee, Seasonal Coffees and Exceptional Ideas that I put together for a friend of mine actually to get her started on journaling again, who wasn't quite sure about what she wanted to journal on. So I started putting together journal prompts, complete with spaces to write your responses in. So it's a workbook, it's a journal, it's something to keep you super engaged. And we are going to talk about forging accomplishments. So in the previous videos, we have gone through week 1, 2, 3, 4 in regards to how the book is laid out, because I really wanted you to get an idea of where you were going to be going in this journey with me. So I wanted to just review the chapter discussion topics. So week 1 is what is empowerment to you, and how do you see yourself as being an empowered person compared to the women in your life that you also see as an empowered person. Week 2 was a week to reflect, looking back on where we are, where we want to go, and how we are going to be getting ourselves there. Week 3 was getting grounded. We are not going to try and forge a new lifestyle or to forge through accomplishing tasks and goals that we set for ourselves without feeling really grounded. And so there were some exercise in helping us to get there. Week 4, plans in the making. And it was all about how we're going to be developing our plans for action. Because when you work with me, we are all about let's create a plan for action. Let's get you to the point where you really want to be. And we're going to do that step by step through a calculated process and a documented plan. So for today, week 5, we are forging accomplishments. And to get ready for a spectacular wave of intellectual prowess, now that you are working on being strong, empowered, organized, and in charge of achieving your goals and making your dreams a reality, what is your biggest fear? And there's a space for you to write. My biggest fear in the process of going for my dreams is, and you have lots of space to write, because it is a scary thing to decide that you're going to completely take that chance, move forward, and you are going to go for your dreams that you've sat on for so long. And so there are going to be some fears in that. I might not succeed. I might not get support. I might not, find that this is truly what I want to do after I've already gotten, myself into it. So write those down. Acknowledge those fears, and it's absolutely okay to have them. On day 2, I write, you cannot battle every fear in the world, but you can strategize to not let your fears get in the way of your success. I've spoken about SMART goals several different times throughout these videos, and here we define them. A SMART goal is specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-based. List your goals and identify how they align with SMART elements. If they do not align, how can you adjust those goals to ensure that they do? And there is space for you to write goal 1. And you write down your goal. Is it SMART? Yes or no? If it's not, then list 2 to 3 changes to align your goal to ensure that it is listed out as a SMART goal. I leave you space so that you can go through and write out 2 of those, and then in the journal that you are keeping on the side, you're able to continue with that process of making sure that your goals that you're identifying for yourself follow that SMART plan, that they are specific, that you can measure them in some way, meaning you can measure your success in the way of how far you have gone through the process and how close you are to accomplishing that goal. Attainable, is it something that you actually can do? Is it realistic? Does it fit into your view of who you want to be and who you are as a person and the tools that you have available to yourself? And time-based. If we're going to set a goal for ourselves, we definitely need to set a time that we're going to accomplish them. Otherwise, they'll just sit in the clouds. So let's get real and let's really accomplish our goals by setting a strategy for success that is time-based. Day 3, for forging accomplishments. You have aligned your SMART goals. You have reached out to your resources to build your toolbox. So what's next? Follow up and keep moving forward. Number 1, did you receive a response from everyone that you contacted? If the response is yes, then great. Follow through with what you need and get it. This is in regards to your resources, finding the tools that you need to make your goals and your dreams come true. Save responses in labeled folders to help keep yourself organized by goal and resource area. This is where I work with my clients to really organize the feedback that they are receiving and to organize their different goals that they are working hard to attain. Now, I definitely suggest working towards one at a time. However, there are often moments where working on a couple of goals simultaneously work very well. Then I ask, if you did not receive responses from those you have reached out to, list who those resources are so that you know who did and who did not respond to you. Cross out their names and move on, and list replacement resources right there. Day 4 of forging your accomplishments. Now, write down everything you feel is an accomplishment from the very beginning of this journal experience in a really fun way. So it is important to take moments to remember all of the work that you have done. This is a way that we are able to look back and say, okay, I've identified my goals. I have set up the process to achieve them. I have gone through the process of making plans to identify start dates and what I need to accomplish my goals. We've gotten grounded. So these are different elements that you can place down in this section. And if you see, there's this chart where you can list in each area the different goals or the different accomplishments that you've been achieving through the process of working on your goals. Day 5 day 5 in week 5 of Forging Your Accomplishments, I write, wrapping up the week with a great deal of work accomplished is a great feeling. Let's say that again. Wrapping up the week with a great deal of work accomplished is a great feeling. How are you feeling about taking the next step in reaching your dreams by setting SMART goals? And again, this is a journal for you to really dig deep and to look at how you are feeling, how this is going for you. It's sort of a premise to working with me one-on-one. This is very much so how I work with my clients, where we make sure that we are identifying our SMART goals, we're taking those steps to really get to the end point of accomplishment, and we talk about how we feel along the way so that we're not dismissing our thoughts of anxiety, our stressors, our, preconceived notions of what it's supposed to look like once we achieved our goals. We talk about those things, and here's a place where you can write them down. And then I note, is this what you expected from this set of journal prompts? Oftentimes I get a response, no, this is not what I was expecting when I received your book, Vahil. I expected to just have a couple of topics and I could write away. Well, lo and behold, this is not what my journal is all about. It's really about taking your goals and aspirations and your dreams and starting to put in plans of action to make them come true. On day 6 for week 5 of Forging Accomplishments, I write, you have worked really hard through a great deal now. Please reflect on all that you have written by reviewing all of these pages from the moment you began writing in them. Do you love it? What do you love about this? What do you not like about these journal prompts? And I honestly ask you to take a look, because this is your opportunity to really think critically about this process that I've asked you to go on in this journey that I've asked you to take with me in regards to accomplishing your dreams and your goals. While you are writing, there is so much to be said for pulling out a pen and physically writing on something and writing out your dreams and goals and creating those check boxes that you can check off as you're going through and accomplishing them for yourself. What I've also noted on this page is to send me your responses. I list my email address in here so that you can make sure that you let me know. What do you love about the journal? What do you love about the process? What would you like to see as an improvement? Because as a women's empowerment coach, I also am on a constant journey to be a lifelong learner and to continue to improve upon the work that I create for my clients, as well as how I improve upon the work that I do for myself. So, day 7 for Forging Accomplishments is in line with the theme that I have typically created for the last day of the week, Free Writing Day. If you were to write a prompt just for today, what would it be? You don't have to respond to the prompt just now, but think of a good prompt for the next month now that you've been forging accomplishments for the past 5 days. I often considered not including this piece in every week, but I decided to do so because I really want you to see this journal not as just a 6-week journey that ends. What I have you do is you create forward thinking thoughts so that once you have completed the work through this particular journal, you already have things that you could go back to say, okay, what's for next week? That is it for day 7 of week 5 in my book, Not Without My Coffee, Empowering Journal Prompts to Jumpstart Your Writing. And it has been such a wonderful experience for me to go over each section of the book with you, because not only am I able to really explain and show you what the book is all about, but I'm also able to really revisit it myself, which is a true pleasure. And is sparking ideas for the next one that I'm going to be developing. So thank you so much for your time. I hope that you have enjoyed the past 5 days of us. Tomorrow will be the last day because it is a 6-week program. And so I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have any questions, please let me know. I will go ahead and post in the comment my link to be able to book your complimentary empowerment coaching session with me, which is a 50-minute session, so we can really dive into what it is that you're wanting to accomplish for yourself and how working with me can possibly help get you there. So have a wonderful rest of your day. Happy Friday, and we will see you tomorrow.